Hey guys, I thought I would take you through kind of a live Marie Kondoing of my collection. Because, sometimes it's good to take a look and kind of see what you got. And first up is brand new Obi-Wan Kenobi. And we're going to do this in stereo so you can see the front and the back of him at the same time. Because I've got my GoPro here and my iPhone on the other side. So we're going to bring Obi-Wan closer. I really like him. He's got really good mobility. Remarkable resemblance to Ian McGregor. He's definitely a keeper. So we're gonna go put him in the keeps. So a couple of figures I'm kind of not sure I'm gonna get rid of or not. I do have this slightly Ben Affleck-y looking Batman. I'm gonna let you decide. We're gonna gotta bring him in a little bit closer. He kind of looks a bit baked. He also looks kind of mildly. Bring him over here for a close up for you guys. Doesn't really look like Affleck. I mean, I don't dislike him. I just not totally sold on him. And a lot of these guys, there's going to be like ambivalence and be like, does it spark joy? Which is kind of more Marie Kondo's kind of vibe. So I do have a box set aside to be like, hey, you either end up in the box or I have a safe zone right behind the iPhone. So right now I think Batfleck is ending in the box. I do have the Multiverse Supergirl. She's a duplicate. I'm really hoping that McFarlane, please, McFarlane, make a Arrowverse 7-inch new costume, Melissa Benoist, kind of outfit. I mean, I don't hate it, but I mean, I'm not exactly in love with it either. And I think I also have the 7-inch DC Direct that I'll show you guys here in a minute. So she is in the box, but I've already got one of her. So like I said, she's a duplicate. And another duplicate I have is Martian Manhunter, who I really love. He's really great in the show. So, into this camera. It's kind of cool to have cameras because you can watch the front and the back at the same time. So he's a duplicate. I already have one of them. He's safe, but he can be unloaded and somebody else can enjoy him. I do have Rick Flag from Suicide Squad, which I didn't really care for, to be honest. He looks like he can just be a generalized, army figure, soldier of fortune, bad guy, beat the crap out of him father. So, yet again, ambivalent. So we're going to put him in the box. I do have this Feora from Man of Steel, which is actually kind of badass. But unfortunately, I don't do anything with her. I don't shoot with her. I don't really do much. I think I've maybe done one photo shoot with her. So I don't know. She's ambivalent, so I'm gonna put her in the box as well. I do have the Justice League Superman. Not super stoked because he doesn't have any ab flex right here. He just really didn't do it for me. I'm just not impressed. But he was like the second action figure that I bought after my original collection was stolen. So I think there's far better Superman out there. So he can go into the box. And now we can open up the bag O action figures. This one. Okay, so we'll start out hot. We'll start with one I love. This is the Captain America First Avengers rescue Bucky figure. This is like, I can't believe it took them this long to get this figure out. This came out last year, right after San Diego Comic-Con. But this is like one of my favorite figures. I need to shoot more with him. He needs to get like, I don't know, maybe some features, something where he can get, some nice portrait or something. He deserves more than I shoot him. But he is one of my favorites, and spoiler alert, he was a birthday present from my best friend, so I'm going to be very hard pressed to part with him. So definitely, he sparks joy. He's staying. And once we get done, we'll have a whole who survived the cut type of thing. This is $5 Thor. Actually, it's Thor from the Dark World, but the reason why he's $5 Thor is I got him for $5. If you go to my Instagram page, you'll find when I got him and Lady Sith discounted at Books A Million for $10, which when he originally came out was like 60. So I have to say, he's very pretty. I have to say, I have to get rid of these capes. These capes are garbage. If anybody knows any good aftermarket cape guys, like, let me know. I'm looking to probably swap out all the capes. Like Thor's, probably Superman, like it's, 2020. We can have some actual real capes. Because this is actually a pain in the ass when posing him. So, but he's definitely, I love Thor, Chris Hemsworth. This dude is straight up a keeper. So, he's safe. All right, 90s Flash. I do love this guy. He looks very reminiscent, and I've already done a video on this guy on my on Insta and on YouTube. But yeah, he's also one of my favorite guys. He looks exactly like John Wesley Shipp. This is the direction I honestly was hoping that Mattel would go. Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, ab crunch, amazing detailing. Like, I was really hoping they'd go this way, and they didn't. And frankly, I'm terrified what McFarlane would do to him. Janky elbows, janky wrists. Oh, and he comes with a second set of hands. If anybody has like the open palms for this guy, let me know. I am in the market for him. I am looking for them. But he's a definite keep. He sparks joy. Another dude that sparks joy. This is the Captain America Winter Soldier Stealth Captain America. I have to say, this is like the best suit. This is like my favorite suit of his. I'll see if I can find the picture of it. I cosplay this guy. Like, it's one of my favorite suits, one of my favorite movies. Captain America Winter Soldier is probably one of the best Marvel movies, bar none. But yes, he is a definite keep. I like him. I've got all the pieces for him as well. So he sparks joy. He's staying. So this Iron Man, I believe, is from Age of Ultron. I'm going to say I'm not particularly sold on this guy. He's got ab rotation but no waist. And I think he could probably go. I don't really feel any super attachment for him. So he can definitely go into the ambivalency box. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can get him out here. Oh, jeez, he's huge. This is the Mattel Build-A-Figure of Steppenwolf from Joss Whedon's version of Justice League. This figure gives me the creeps. I mean, he is. See if we can get him close to the camera. Like, you can, yeah. He's creepy. I don't like him. He can go. He does not spark joy. Um, I bought all the pieces during this here quarantine because I had bits and bobs of them and thought it would be fun to assemble him. But yes, he can go. He can go bye bye. Box of Ambivalence. Yes. This is Gambit, Remy LeBeau, from the cartoon and Jim Lee's run of X-Men. Fun fact, first cartoon crush. But yeah, I think he's awesome. I would really like to swap out the coat though. If anybody knows of any like really good coat guys, I would gladly just cut this coat off and have something more flowy, more wired. But yeah, he's one of my favorites. He's a definite keeper. He will in the save pile. I've got also from Thor Ragnarok, I've got Valkyrie. Someone I don't really do a lot with. It's really a shame. It's a beautiful figure. I really like the character. I just don't do much with her. So, one of those where maybe I should pass it off to someone who would really enjoy her. So, sadly, she'll probably go into the ambivalent box. But nothing to do. It's an awesome figure. It's an awesome character. I think it has more to do with me than her. So we're gonna put her in the box of ambivalency. I've got Captain Jack Harkness from Torchwood and Doctor Who. Really like him. He's actually one of my favorite characters. I actually have his overcoat hanging. And at one point I did have the limited edition Coatless Jack, which was part of a 3-pack, which I don't know if you can get anymore. But he was one of the figures that ended up getting stolen. So, but yeah. I think a lot of these guys, I just need to shoot with them more. I just think with quarantine and everything going on, you don't feel as creative. You're not really shooting as much. So, but he is definitely a keeper. I love Jack. He is staying. Let's see what else. There we go. Just your bog standard stormtrooper. I think everyone should have one of these guys. They're fun to take along. But this is, it's just the first order, I believe, from The Force Awakens. But I do like the fact, the design, they've kind of sleeked it up a little bit. But yeah, definitely a keeper. Definitely a guy you could probably take with you everywhere and kind of have fun with. So he stays. Let's see if I can find one that I don't like as much. Speaking of not liking as much. Oh, this is one of the figures they made for Captain America for the Endgame, where they couldn't even give them the white suits, which looked really, really cool on screen. They gave them these kind of jacked up gray ones. Wow, like no effort. Like I know they've got the little time watchy thing here, but otherwise than that, just really weak, very boring. Kind of not even worth the $20. So he can definitely. I'm willing to sacrifice him because at one point I was thinking of having like all the Steves, and frankly, he doesn't even rate. So he can definitely go into the box of ambivalence or the bye-bye box. I don't know what we're going to call it now. All right, let me pull out another guy here. Aha, here we go. McFarlane Superman. I think it's a gorgeous, I think it's a really nice figure. Obviously, cloth cape would take it up to an 11. I think it's like a 9.5. The reason why 9.5, the ball wrists. Let me see if I can take them to camera. The ball wrists, I'm not a huge fan of. If you came with alternate hands, maybe somehow you can get rid of this ugly space, and just the ankles just aggravate me. Just how far they stick out. yeah, I'm just not a fan. But otherwise than that, I really do like this figure. It's definitely a keep. Another one where I wished I liked, but I didn't. Basically, this is the repaint of the 2012 Avengers Captain America. I really wish that instead of making this guy, they just made this body with these legs and everything else. I absolutely hate these ball legs. I just don't like them. I didn't like them because when I had a chance to buy the original, I passed on it just because I just don't like it. And actually, this is my least favorite outfit of anything that Cap's worn in the movies. It's criminally not my favorite. Um, I am rather muh about it. At one point, I don't know if I'm going to be completist and have one figure from each film or what have you. We'll hang on to him right now. I still don't know what I'm going to do, but he won't make it into the box of ambivalence. He gets a pass. Here is Worthy Cap from the end of Endgame. And it looks like he's in the same costume from the end of Civil War. So technically, I don't need to get a Civil War costume. If I was to be a completist and have everything, I would end up probably getting an Age of Ultron where he has that little bit of white on his bicep, and that would make the collection complete. I do like the fact he does come with Thor's hammer. I like the fact I can swap the heads out with him. And it's just like a really solid quality figure. That is a keeper. It's staying. This is Green Arrow from McFarland. This is why I have hope that McFarlane will make more Arrowverse figures. I really want him to make Melissa Benoist. I really want him to go forward and make all of the CW, like Grant Gustin's Flash, and just kind of make the entire Arrowverse into figures. I almost didn't get this guy because you don't see any evidence of ab flex, but he totally does have it. It looks like he has a soft coat, and that kind of covers it up. It's not the best, but it is a really solid entry. I like Green Arrow. I'm going to keep him. I did actually have to end up gluing the quiver to the back because it comes off fairly easily, but he's definitely a keeper. Aquaman from the movie Aquaman. I really do like this figure. I like how shiny it is, how textured it is. It's a lot of fun. I hope they come up with a different costume for Aquaman too. I mean, I know how they tried to put the classic in there, but it's not bad. It's a really cool figure and it's fun to play with. So it's definitely in the keep file. Let's see if there's anybody I completely dislike. This is another Thor from Age of Ultron. I'm keeping him regardless. He was the only figure that survived me losing all my figures, so he carries a special place in my heart. I would have to be in a very bad way to have to get rid of him. But yeah, he's my favorite bar none. One of my first pictures after everything was stolen, I've got on Insta. I've spoken about him a couple times. He's a keeper. He's staying. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is $5 Sith from the $10 pack. I've gotten her recently, and I haven't really done anything with her. I think that's more on me than anything else. Like, there's some figures that I like, I just don't do anything with, where I'm kind of like, eh. But I know if we're trying to do the whole spark joy thing, I'll probably shoot with her a bit more and then kind of decide where I want to keep her. I kind of want to have more female figures as well, just because I have a lot of male figures. So it'd be kind of nice to have, some superheroines to go with my superheroes. So I will say she's kind of on the fence for the minute. Nothing wrong with the figure, nothing wrong with the character. I think it's just me. Let's see who we got. We'll pull out Wonder Woman. Oh, hang on. There we go. We got this bag here. And another thing, I'm not even displaying them. I literally have them in the sack. I mean, I'm not really, I don't know what I'm doing with them. I'm very much ambivalent about everything at the minute. I don't know if it's COVID or what, but we're kind of going to see how this goes. This is 1984 Wonder Woman. I've also done a review with this on Instagram and on YouTube. I think it's a beautiful figure. Yet again, still, the ankles aren't as bad as Superman or as Green Arrow. I like the wrists are much better disguised in this. But an awesome figure. It's a beautiful figure, and I cannot wait for the movie to come out. That's another keep. I gotta see if I can't find anybody to part with at this point. Oh, here we go. Martian Manhunter. I already have a duplicate of him. He's safe. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Jason Todd. One of the last runs that Mattel did for DC before McFarlane took the license. I want to like it, and I know McFarlane's putting out a Jason Todd at the end of this year, beginning of next year. For a guy that's supposed to be about guns, you know, his little pew-pewers are like good in there. Like, you can't take these bad boys out. They're in. And I really hate the helmet. I really like the mask. So I don't really even use the helmet that much. Yet again, not a bad figure, not a bad character. I'm just ambivalent. And I think that alone will end Jason Todd into the box of ambivalence. Let's see. We're almost done. We only have a few more. I've got Jessica Jones, which I really liked. I'm kind of bummed at, you know, how the series ended. But still, awesome figure, awesome character. Yet again, I don't think it's somebody I shoot a lot with. I'm gonna see. The whole idea of this is kind of narrow down who I keep and who I shoot with and who I have on hand to play with. So this is part of the whole idea, because I've got a whole bunch of them that I don't really do anything with, and the idea is to hopefully narrow it down. Let's see who else we have in here. There we go. I really do like Thor. I'm thinking about doing the whole Thor run, including collecting Bro Thor. But I don't know at this point, if I'm not shooting any of the Thors, why have them? But this one's a nice one as well, with Stormbreaker. I was really upset when Chris Hemsworth cut all his hair, but now I kind of like it. So, but still, he's fun. Yet again, this cape malarkey, I think, really kneecaps them. It makes them really hard to stand, because a lot of times they end up standing on their cape. It's just not fun. And yet again, if you guys know of any cape vendors, I'm down. I'm looking to recape anybody that I can get my hands on. Oh, here we go. This is the DC Direct Supergirl. I like the fact it does come with multiple hands. It does have a slightly better view of Melissa Benoist. Or it's Benoist, sorry, Benoist. I can never get her last name right. Problem is it's literally solid. There's no ab crunch here. That really bums me out. Please, McFarlane, make a Supergirl and actually make the season 5 outfit with the pants. Please. I don't really play with her. I don't really care. So she can definitely go into the box of ambivalence. Yet again, here is the DC Multiverse, which I already have. There's one already in the Box of Ambivalence, one I'm keeping. There we go. I've got Ace McShane from Doctor Who, one of my favorite companions. I really like her. I don't do anything with her. Yet again, I think once I get rid of the dead wood, I'd really like to start shooting the characters that I love and start really kind of going at it. So we're keeping her. She passes. She's in the keeps. And I've got, we're gonna make this a little bit quicker, the two Thors from Ragnarok, the Gladiator one. And honestly, all you could have really done is just use the same buck and just given a second helmet, another head. I don't think you really needed to make two of them. I'm really debating on how I want to do it, because they are basically the same figure. But right now, I like Thor stays. All right, I think we're heading into the home stretch. I think we've only got a couple more. But yeah, it shows how little I really am giving a crap about action figures at the minute, and it makes me sad, because I really do love it. Especially after spending 10 years taking action figure photos, it's kind of like, ugh. So, here we go. The one and only Peggy. I love Peggy Carter. I loved watching Agent Carter on ABC. Still, she doesn't get enough respect. I'd really like to see her in more stuff. But you do have her in her classic SSR uniform. I really would have liked to see her in the leather jacket, almost like they're assaulting the Red Skull's castle at the end of the movie. I think that would have been a much better play. But still, finally, Steve has his Peggy, and she's definitely a keeper, just for the fact that she's the only one. And I have 1, 2, 3. There we go. 3 Captain Marvels. I really think this could have been solved by maybe having one really awesome Captain Marvel and accessories, or swapping out heads and stuff. Like, I definitely love the jacket, but you can see that head goes on this one and vice versa. And I do like the fact that, you do have a slightly more intense, I think binary is binary. But yeah, this could have been solved with maybe 2 figures and maybe a little bit more accessorizing or changing. So I will have to narrow this down and find out what I like better. But awesome movie, awesome character. I want to see more of it. Alrighty. Aha, Daredevil. I'm really glad they made the Netflix version of Daredevil. I think the suit's awesome. I think the show's awesome. I think they really kind of lost it toward the end. So hopefully they can bring it back with Charlie Cox and everybody in that, because I thought they did an amazing job. But he's definitely a keeper. All right, we're getting down to the bottom of it. This is the Mattel Justice League. No, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman. Not bad. I kind of like the McFarlane better, just because of the more articulation and the brighter colors. Not bad on the face at all. But I am, unfortunately, kind of ambivalent on her. There's nothing wrong with her as a character, blah, blah, blah. Just me shooting it. So I might do a couple more shots and maybe put her up for eBay. Oh, I was kind of stoked to get this guy assembled. because he's just like a really big, beefy, like alien that, you know, your guys could beat on. I definitely think I'm keeping him. He's probably my favorite of the Build-A-Figures I did over quarantine. So, plus it's just really nice to have like one beefy bad guy. Plus, he doesn't creep me out as much as Steppenwolf does. Steppenwolf scares the crap out of me. I don't like it. I want to get rid of it so bad. Alrighty. Oh, and I do have Thanos. I may get rid of him just because keeping his arm in is really become a bit of a pain. I was really hoping not to have to. There we go. I think it's in for right now, but I think I almost like him in his golden suit with his double-bladed sword. But yeah, typical Thanos with the glove. Haven't really shot with him. I think I've only shot him 2 times. I'm yet again ambivalent about him. I could definitely use the space for something more that I like. So I do believe he's going to go into the Box of Ambivalence. So there he goes, Box of Ambivalence. And last but not least, the second figure I bought after losing all my figures, Bearded Steve from Infinity War. I mean, this is one of my favorites, so I'm definitely keeping him. I think he's one of the better looking Steves. So he's definitely, I took pictures of him when I got him, because I just needed a new figure to kind of shoot with. So he's definitely a keeper. So that, I believe, that is everybody. Yay, we were able to cull through the list. So I'm very excited about that. That was one thing I was really hoping to do. So what I'll end up doing is we'll go through I'll show you guys the Box of Ambivalence. I'll get them set up here just a sec. But yeah. And the Box of Ambivalence is probably going to end up on eBay. So if you guys are interested, leave a comment and I can point you to the direction where they're going to be. What we'll do is we'll just take our camera here and we will enter the Box of Ambivalence. So we've got Thanos here. We've got the DC Direct Supergirl, Jason Todd, Valkyrie, Fiora, Cap, Iron Man, Superman, Rick Flag, and where is our Batman here? Let me pull out and whatever, there we go, whatever Batman you consider this to be. So I do want to thank you guys for your help. I was just needing someone to help me spitball how to do this. Hang on, let me turn the camera around. Okay, we're gonna do this like this so I don't see anything else. Yeah, there we go. Help me spitball this. It was just the fact of having someone to talk this through with. So I appreciate your time, guys, and hopefully I will see you next time.